Hello, my name's Wycliffe and I am an artist, although I feel a little uncomfortable about being called an artist because I came from a making background. So I like doing things and not thinking too much. I gave up art as soon as I could at school because I didn't get on with the art teacher, but I did love the workshop. I was trying to work out a way that I could work with wood, which wasn't furniture making, which is what I had been doing for the last 25 years. So I made a commercial decision to find some way, some language where I could use wood to express its beauty, and I knew that it had to hang on the wall because people have wall space but they don't necessarily have space for three-dimensional things. I went to the London College of Furniture in 1985, and then I went to Brighton University to do the wood, metal, ceramics, plastics course in 2000. Graduated from Brighton and then set up Blue Monkey here with 3 fellow graduates. Out in the woods or in people's gardens, and then I bring it in and I look at it and chop it up, and then I sit at the bench and then I make the piece, then I deliver it to the gallery, and there are lots of different stages. I would love to build a house. I have built, oh no, it's not here, where this all started in some ways is that when I was model making, I built a very miniature hut, which is sort of where the tiles, the shingles came from. When I was first thinking about making another miniature shelter, I was thinking about the roof and how I could create a roof in a kind of abstract way, and that's sort of how the tiles started. But anyway, so no, I haven't built a house. I have worked on the inside of a house where we live now, but no, I've never built from scratch, but it is a retirement project, definitely. Oak. English oak. I'm not sure why, other than it seems to have the most integrity. That's what I'm talking about, the cut timber as opposed to the tree. It's also very durable, meaning that it lasts for years and years outside. And it weathers beautifully. This is holly here, but I haven't got any examples here. This is bog oak, which is extraordinary stuff. Bog oak has been, this piece here has been lying underwater for 3,500 to 4,500 years in the fens of Norfolk, and was excavated a couple of years ago, and it's completely solid. It's just gone black from the reaction of the water with the timber. It's just very honest material. That is a little bit of a difficult question. How long is a piece of string? It depends on the source material, obviously it depends on the size. I mean, I've made a piece this year called Methwold Fen from bog oak, and it is 2.1 meters high and it's nearly 5 meters long. So it, you know, covers this wall. I mean, it completely covered this wall. It took me 6 months. It took me the first half of this year to finish. And that is the biggest piece I've ever made. You know, another important thread through all the work is that it's unadulterated, it's telling its own story. And also I find that useful as well, going back to that thing of working with paint and drawing, is that, you know, there's, where do you start? I like the limited palette of just using the timber that's available, and each piece only is made from timber from one place only. So Lullington Heath, the timber for that only comes from Lullington Heath. I wouldn't mix it with any other source or origin. So it is, yeah, it is very much just trying to transfer the experience it's had in some way to a canvas. So to meddle with it, to interfere would just be, would be a whole other intention, really, I think. So yeah, I'm completely unadulterated. No. I think that's kind of bringing your work home with you a little bit. I did, when we first started, we had a piece. In fact, we hung the very first piece I made, but then it sold. I don't think I'd want. The kids have very little pieces in their bedrooms, very small, which they asked for. But no, try and keep it away. Generally, it's interiors, but last year I did make a piece called Longleat. That's right, it was from the Longleat estate, and I left it outside. And then there were massive gales. I think went there about a year ago, and it all got blown apart. I built the piece using, knowing that it was going to go outside, so it was completely durable. I mean, it in the winds, it fell flat on its face with a upright piano falling after it. And when I pulled it back up, it was fine. So I used an upright piano to keep it upright. I don't live in a wood, and I don't think I'd like to live in a wood. It'd be too claustrophobic. I like to visit woods. Imagine living in a wood being quite insular, and I would like to make a house out of wood on a hill looking down on woods. That's what I'd like. I'd like to have woods in the landscape, but I'd like to be up above them, or yeah.